The first time I turned invisible, I was hiding inside a cupboard, about a broom sweep away from the soldiers looting Mama's bedroom. It was a sticky sort of morning. The air was thick and tasted like warm gasoline, and in every corner you'd find a mosquito humming, drunk on the heat. Unpleasant, but bearable, unless you were stuck in a cupboard, as I was. Slowly, not daring to make a sound, I pressed my face to the opening between the lacquered doors. The crack was narrow, scarcely letting in any air or light, but I was desperate for a breath. Inhaling, I peeked into the bedroom. I could make out a stripe of green uniform and the occasional flash of a brass button, shiny as a coin. I wished I hadn't seen the guns. Vipers, my brothers called them. They were slung across the soldiers' backs, hanging by a leather strap, silvery fang pointed down. Not a real fang, of course, but a short knife attached to the barrel of a rifle. One bite and I'd become a ghost. I leaned back, folding my body as small as I could. "Don't look in here," I prayed as shadows swept by my hiding place. "Not here." They were going through Mama's dresser, snickering and holding up her white undergarments and making jokes I was glad I couldn't understand. Then someone found Baba's cigarettes. I was surprised Mama had kept them. They were at least 3 years old and probably stale, but the soldiers didn't care. Their hoots of laughter were manic as one of them lit a match. Almost immediately, columns of smoke swirled in the air, wreathing the bedroom in an ashen haze. The smell made my throat itch. I covered my mouth to keep from coughing. Inside the cupboard hung a sparse row of quilted jackets, and I reached for a dangling sleeve, pressing it to my face to smother any sound. As I leaned back, a mothball dropped against my palm and rolled away, hitting the door with a bright and treacherous ping. I froze. The soldier closest to the cupboard stopped laughing. I didn't have to know Japanese to realize he was saying, "What was that?" I wanted to cry. Through the crack, I saw his mouth overturn like a sinking boat, and underneath his cap, his dark eyes sawed back and forth, in the motion of a knife being sharpened. 1 step. 2. My brothers said that the Japanese turned into goblins at night, and their favorite snack was little 7-year-old girls like me. They'd put me in a cage, fatten me up with peanuts and sticky rice, and slowly roast my body over a pit until my skin crackled. Maybe it won't be so bad, I thought. At least they'll feed me first. Then again, it was daytime. More likely they'd stab their vipers into my heart and leave me to rot. They wouldn't waste a bullet on the likes of me. My corpse would be a feast for the ants. But if I arrived in the underworld in such a tragic state, I'd be rejected by the gods. There'd be no hope of being reborn into a luckier life. The soldier pointed his gun at the cupboard. My entire body clenched. This was it. The doors swung open. I wanted to be heroic, to look my murderers in the eye and spit at them. But when the moment came, I buried my face behind the jackets and held my breath so I wouldn't scream.